ਵੇਲ ਪਿੰਜਾਇਆ ਕੱਤ ਵਨਾਇਆ, ਕੱਟ ਕੁੱਟ ਕਰ ਖੰਭ ਚੜਾਇਆ। ਹੁਕਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਪੇਜ 955-956, ਅੰਗ 955 956, ਸ਼ਲੋਕ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਫਸਟ। ਵੇਲ ਪਿੰਜਾਇਆ ਕੱਤ ਵਨਾਇਆ, ਕੱਟ ਕੁੱਟ ਕਰ ਖੰਭ ਚੜਾਇਆ। ਲੋਹਾ ਵੱਡੇ ਦਰਜੀ ਪਾੜੇ, ਸੂਈ ਧਾਗਾ ਸੀਵੈ। ਯੂੰ ਪਤ ਪਾਟੀ ਸਿਫਤੀ ਸੀਪੈ, ਨਾਨਕ ਜੀਵਤ ਜੀਵੈ। ਹੋਏ ਪੁਰਾਣਾ ਕੱਪੜ ਪਾਟੈ, ਸੂਈ ਧਾਗਾ ਗੰਢੈ। ਮਹਾਂਪਖ ਕੈ ਚੱਲੈ ਨਾਹੀ, ਕੜੀ ਮੋਹਤ ਕਿਛ ਹੰਢੈ। ਸੱਚ ਪੁਰਾਣਾ ਹੋਵੈ ਨਾਹੀ, ਸੀਟਾ ਕਦੇ ਨ ਪਾਟੈ। ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੱਚੋ ਸੱਚਾ, ਤਿਚਰ ਜਾਪੀ ਜਾਪੈ। Slok Mahalla first. In the previous Pauri, Guruji told us that eternal and true are those devotees who follow Guru's advice and meditate on God's name. In this slok, he tells us what that person can do who has gone astray and has not relished the nectar of God's name. He uses a very beautiful metaphor of making a piece of cloth from its very beginning, when it is just cotton, to the end when it is sewed into a finished garment ready to be worn. He says, "Oh my friends, cotton is first passed through rollers for ginning, woven into cloth by spinning, and then it is beaten, bleached, and steamed for washing. After that, the iron scissors cut it, and the tailor tears it off into small pieces, and with the needle and thread sews it into a dress ready to be worn. Just as a torn out cloth is sewed with a needle and thread, similarly, O Nanak, man's lost honor can be regained by praising God, and the person again starts living a truthful life. But the difference is that upon becoming old and torn, when a garment is re-sewn with needle and thread, it lasts for a very short time, only maybe a month or fortnight. But the truth never gets old, and a person once united with God never gets separated from him, because, O Nanak, that God is ever true and eternal. However, we realize this thing only when we meditate on him." Stanza 1. Mahalla 2. Mahalla Pehla. Sach ki kati sach sab saar, kaadhat tis ki apare apar। सबदे सान रखाई लाए, गुण की थे कै विच समाए। तिसदा कुट्ठा होवै सेख, लोहू लब निखथा वेख। होए हलाल लगै हक जाए, नानक दर्दी दार समाए। Mahalla first. Guruji now refers to the Muslim custom of chanting kalama, special verses from Quran, before slowly killing any animal for meat. They call such meat as kutha, sanctified meat, and they won't eat any other meat which has been prepared by killing the animal in any other way. In this slok, while talking to a sheikh, that is Muslim mendicant, Guruji tells him and all of us how a person can become sanctified and fit for communion with God. He says, "O Sheikh, if the knife is of truth and is entirely made out of the steel of truth, then it looks beautiful beyond any limit. Further, if it is sharpened on the grinding stone of the Guru's word, placed in the casing of virtue, and the Sheikh has lived such a holy life as if he has been sanctified with such a knife, then you would see that the blood of greed has been completely drained out of him. Having been sanctified in this way, O Nanak, he gets attached to the eternal God and merges in his sight." Stanza 2. Mahalla first. Kamar katara bankada, banke ka sawar। गर्व न कीजै नानका, mat sir aave phar। Mahalla first. In the above slok, Guruji told us how by living a truthful life in accordance with the Guru's advice, one can become so immaculate that one ultimately becomes one with the eternal God himself. However, Guruji cautions us against being proud of our merits, beauty or wealth, because we never know when any mishap may happen and we may lose our wealth and beauty or fall down from our high morals. Therefore, using a very beautiful metaphor to illustrate his point, Guruji says, "Oh my friends, if one has a beautiful knife hanging from one's waist and is riding a handsome horse, still, O Nanak, one should not feel proud, lest one falls headlong on the ground and loses everything." Stanza 3. Paudi. सो सत संगत शब्द मिलै जो गुरुमुख चलै, सच ध्यान से सच्चे जिन हर खर्च थन पल्लै, भगत सोहन गुण गावंदे गुरमत चलै, रतन विचार मन वस्या गुर कै शब्द फलै, आपे मेल मिलाएगा आपे दे वडियाई. Paudi. In the previous two sloks, Guruji advised us how by living a truthful life, according to the Guru's advice, one gets rid of one's evil tendencies of greed, anger and ego and is able to unite with God. In this Paudi, he describes what that person does who lives as per the advice of the Guru. He says, "O my friends, one who lives as per the Guru's will, joins the holy congregation and attunes oneself to the Guru's word. They who have in their possession the wealth of God's name as expense for the journey beyond death, worship the eternal God and become true like him. Such devotees look beauteous, singing praises of God, and by following Guru's instruction they become stable. Through the Guru's sublime word, the understanding about the jewel of God's name comes to abide in their mind. But it is God himself who unites the devotee with him, and he himself blesses them with the glory." Paudi 19. The message of this Paudi is that if we want to make our life fulfilled and unite with God, then we should commit and devote ourselves to a life of truth and virtuous living. However, we should never feel arrogant about our wealth, beauty or merits. Instead, joining the society of saints, we should keep singing God's praise and keep meditating on his name. One day, showing his grace, God will unite us with him. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. SGGSP 955-956. Thank you.